Right guys, Maik Wiedenbach here, talking about gains. So, quick note, the blue light in Astoria yesterday was not aliens, it was just a transformer blowing up from Canadian, so we're all safe in New York City, okay? No aliens, nobody can, okay? So, gains. Got a study in from Brad Schoenfeld showing that overload in the stretched phase or in the elongated phase of the muscle can give us bigger muscles. So I want to go through some weighted stretches, how to do them safely in a way that would basically increase the performance of your workout and make you bigger. So we start with side delts, rear delt, medial delt. So one of my favorites there is the X-Man. You know, so kind of make yourself into an X. And this exercise lends itself really well for a weighted stretch because you can simply cross over like so and slightly lean forward, thereby stretching your medial delt. So you could be doing like a broken set, so let's say 8 reps, weighted stretch, another 4, you know, and then maybe another 2, or at the very last, you give it like 30 seconds. Obviously this would not work with dumbbells because you'll be stretching your traps, right? The same can obviously be done for the rear delt. So if you were like, you know, to move out like so, from here, flexing the tri, pushing out, then you could kind of come till about here, let's say, hold that stretch, and then you could either, with the help of the other arm, continue the set, or you could make this your last rep at your last set, okay? And since we're here, we could just use this for tricep. So if your gym has a machine that's, you know, somewhat, shall we say, elbow supported, you could just rest on there. If you don't, or you can put a bench. But basically, what you really want to stretch is the long head, right? So you're coming out, and then when the set is done, you're holding back and get that deep stretch, something like this, and then click back safely, right? And then from there on, we look into the lats. So for the lats, I really prefer 2-arm pullovers. So the 2-arm pullover, as the name implies, you go deep stretch what you can, and then you can hold it here, and then it's pretty safe to just let go, right? This can also work for the tricep, where you could be going back and holding the stretch like so without holding that much strain on the elbow. And since I'm laying down comfortably, for the chest, I wouldn't be doing a fly because that's simply too harsh. I'd be doing some sort of a push fly from here to here. And this is where it gets tricky because you want to stretch the chest, but not your rotator cuff. So this would be it. Like if I fall down here, not even doing my pecs anymore, so I'd be holding it somewhere here. And you can play with the angle. Obviously, the further out I go, the more of a stretch I'm getting. However, that can also be tougher on the supporting cast, okay? For bicep, obviously the incline curl lends itself really well. However, people always set up the incline curl like they're having a death wish, like putting the bench this low. So like if you're that low, you're stretching your cuff so far, you're doing yourself a disservice. So a slight incline, you could even be all the way up and just sitting here, which is what I'm doing now. So you don't need to fall back that far. And this would give you the opportunity to stretch your biceps in a manner that's safe, as opposed to pulling out your cover from the shoulders. So this would be it for the biceps. We gotta train legs, guys, we gotta train legs. So for the hamstrings, the stiff leg deadlift, probably your ticket, toes elevate, you get more of a stretch. And you come down here. For most people, this is about it. So the moment you come over the top of your foot, it's probably already too much. So here, there's no need to stand on these boxes or whatever and go that low. So this is plenty. Okay? Quads, the sissy squat. So just hold on to something. You can also do things, and this will do whatever you need. If you have it, if you have this set up here at your gym, it has been burned a little bit. That also works reasonably well. You can simply squat down, sit back, and now I can stretch my quads, hold on to weight, let's say, in a very safe manner. And then leaves us with calves, the forgotten muscle. So with calves, people often get wrong. Yeah, I'm using the leg press because that's really the only thing we have. Now I'm pulling my toes toward me, flexing the tibia muscle, as opposed to just letting it drop, keeping my knees slightly bent, as opposed to doing this. And now I'm actually working my calves, whereas here we're working my joints. So that would be the full body rundown on the weighted stretch. It's not a miracle weapon, but it's definitely something that will help you just be another mosaic piece to a great physique. My God.